Now, I don't think that Garvey, if he was alive today, would accept a pardon. You pardon somebody who is guilty of a crime, guilty of anything.
Welcome to the Port's Garrison. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.
Greetings and welcome to the Port's Garrison. I am your host, Phil the Poet, and I thank you for taking the time to click on this video to see what it is that I have to say. Now, what's bothering my thoughts? What's gnawing at my heavens? Trying to tap into the garrison. The name Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And you might ask, why is that so? Well, recently the name Marcus Garvey is on the lips of many persons. Persons who have never cared about Marcus before. All of a sudden they are Marcus Garvey, Marcus Garvey. Some who has never even been to National Heroes Circle or Park to see where his remains are, to visit his remains. Some people have never done that. Now, in his last acts, one of his last acts as President of the United States, Joe Biden posthumously pardoned Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So you might ask, why did he pardon Marcus Garvey? Well, he pardoned Garvey for a crime that Garvey was accused of. That Garvey maintained his innocence right through his life. So it's strange to me that people are celebrating that he was pardoned. Who is Marcus Garvey? I'll give you a brief little summary. So Marcus Garvey is Jamaica's first national hero. He was born in August 1887 in St. Anne's Bay in St. Anne, Jamaica. He died in June of 1940 in London, and his remains were returned to Jamaica posthumously for burial. Now, Marcus Garvey is the founder and the first president of the UNIA, United Negro Improvement Association. He's the father of Pan-Africanism, a trade unionist, one of the beacons, one of the pillars, one of the foundations of the movement called Rastafari. Now, Garvey moved from Jamaica and lived in many countries abroad, Costa Rica, London, and England, United States. He moved to the US in 1960. That is after forming the UNIA in Jamaica in 1914. And he established the UNIA in Harlem, and it grew to 25 branches all over the country. Garvey's movement, Garvey's thinking, his philosophies started to get mass appeal of the Negroes, the black people. He established an import-export business, a laundry, a restaurant, even a newspaper. He started the Black Star Line, first black-owned shipping business. But due to Garvey's growing importance, there were some people who weren't comfortable with it, and including those who were black folks. The NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, led by one W.E.B. Du Bois, was not comfortable with Garvey's ascension and the work he was doing. There was even assassination attempts on Garvey's life. He was shot 4 times and he survived. So the NAACP, among others, including the government of the day, start to undermine and take down Garvey, much as we saw they doing to other leaders after him, like Malcolm X, for example, and Martin Luther King. So they start to tear down, to break down Garvey. In 1922, he was accused of a crime, mail fraud, for advertising sale of stocks in a ship that was not yet owned, they claim, by the Black Star liner. And he was sentenced in 1923, and he spent up to 5 years in prison. So I read recently in the New York Times, they had a thing on the pardoning, and that's the word that the US government used, the pardoning of Marcus Garvey. And the New York Times says, Mr. Garvey inspired generations of black leaders, including Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa. And he was seen as the embodiment of black liberation and self-determination. Martin Luther King Jr. called him the first man on a mass scale and level to give millions to Negroes and make the Negro feel he was somebody. A White House statement on Sunday highlighted his creation of the Black Star Line. And think about Black Star Line, you think about Ghana. The Black Star Line, the first black-owned shipping line and method of international travel, and the founding of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, which celebrated African history and culture. Great man needs his name to be cleared fully. Now, I don't think that Garvey, if he was alive today, would accept a pardon. You pardon somebody who is guilty of a crime, guilty of anything. I fart, I say, pardon me. I sneeze, I say, or whatever, I say, excuse me. I did something wrong, you can pardon me. But you can't pardon me if I'm innocent of the crime that you are trying to attribute to me. Can't pardon me. So Garvey would not have accepted a pardon because Garvey maintained his innocence. And so I disagree. I'm not joining that bandwagon of people who are jumping and calling and celebrating. I see people saying, hey, Obama didn't do it, Clinton didn't do it, but it took Joe Biden. Well, I voted for Joe Biden twice. But Joe Biden didn't just jump. Well, whoever canvassed and went to appeal to Joe Biden, they did what they thought was necessary. But what we need is not a pardon. And I see the People's National Party claiming this as exoneration. And I can't accept that. It doesn't feel like exoneration. Exoneration is the next step in the process. Clear his name fully. Full clearance of his name. So the government of Jamaica must get a crack legal team because presidents can't exonerate persons. All that Joe has done, he says, Marcus Garvey is now a pardoned ex-criminal. That's what it is. So the government of the day in Jamaica must now get a crack legal team, put them in place to go clear his name once and for all. Marcus Garvey, I think, would not be accepting of a pardon. Man, innocent, you can't pardon me when I'm innocent. You clear my name of all charges. Marcus Garvey, he said, up, he mighty race. You can achieve or accomplish great things. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. And until then, may the universe be kind to you all. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.